You're watching ABC7 Bangor.
This is ABC7 News at Noon.
The manslaughter trial of a Brewer man accused of killing his infant son began Monday. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. Vandalism in Acadia National Park is being investigated. Officials say it could confuse visitors. And the Searsport wastewater facility has been awarded more than $2 million for upgrades. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories in just a moment. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Alrighty, happy Tuesday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Lou G and Fredericks across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Here we go. Winter weather advisories and even some winter storm warnings posted across the state. The winter storm warnings until 4 a.m. Wednesday. The winter weather advisory till 9 a.m. Wednesday as well. A couple advisories further down to the south. We'll pull those up for you right now. And this right here is a small craft advisory, located right about in here. Now lasts till 5 a.m. Wednesday because of surf issues, but the gale warning is actually a level up, and that is up until 9 p.m. Tuesday. So later on tonight, we'll be watching that because of high surf. That'll be possible. So let's move things forward right now and show you the radar. So we're going to be watching this developing. The snow moving in from the west, going toward the east, accumulating still around 4 to 6 inches possible in a few spots. The higher totals mainly along the line from Bangor areas west, with lesser amounts further off towards the east. Let's zoom things out and give you the bigger picture. It looks a little bit like this. So we have the snow developing now, a little bit more of a way moving through parts of New York State. And we'll watch for snow moving in for us again throughout the rest of the daytime period. Futurecast showing that snow moving through. We'll have to wait until about tomorrow afternoon or so before everything starts to calm down. And even by early to mid to late morning, it could be seeing the sun coming out in a few spots as well. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period showing snow and temperatures in the 20s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. The manslaughter trial of a Brewer man accused of killing his infant son began Monday. A.J. Douglas heard from the defense attorney who argues doctors rushed to an inaccurate cause of death.
Monday, during opening statements, the prosecution and defense attorneys shared details surrounding the day Jaden Harding abruptly stopped breathing at only 6 weeks old.
Ronald Harding did not injure his son, and he did not kill his son. He is innocent.
She cradled Jaden and then handed him to Ronald Harding in the living room. She did not know that that would be the last time. Kayla, believing that Jaden was safe in his father's care.
Kayla Hartley, the mother of Jaden Harding, described Jaden as fine and being a normal baby. Yet in the matter of minutes, a routine school night getting her older children ready for bed, turning into a night spent at Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center in Bangor. Defense attorney William Ash says hospital notations indicate Jaden had trouble breathing in the days leading to his traumatic death.
Before we resort to pointing to the parent, every medical stone should be turned over, and in this case it wasn't.
Jaden was pronounced brain dead June 1st, 2021. Multiple medical professionals testified at the Penobscot Judicial Center in Bangor that Jaden suffered bleeding inside the brain, causing him to become unresponsive, determining that Jaden experienced brainstem dysfunction due to non-accidental shaken impact.
The doctors who tried to save Jaden's life will tell you that Jaden died of a devastating brain injury. The question is, how does a baby go in seconds from alert and healthy to unresponsive and limp?
The defense continues to argue that doctors did not consider any other possible causes for death and have wrongfully accused his client. In Bangor, A.J. Douglas, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
A Presque Isle man has been arrested on numerous charges, including domestic violence assault. Maine State Police say on February 14th, troopers responded to an Elton residence for what was reported as a stabbing incident between two males. During the investigation, troopers discovered there had not been a stabbing, but there had been a knife presented as a threat. Troopers found that Robert Bowring of Presque Isle had assaulted his ex-girlfriend, who had also had a protection from abuse order against him. He was also on 2 sets of bail due to previous arrests. During this incident, police were initially unable to find Bowring. After a few hours, troopers received another call from a resident who was concerned about a person in their chicken coop. When they arrived at the chicken coop, there was no one inside, but there were fresh tracks in the snow leading back to the residence where the initial call was placed. After following the footprints, the trooper asked the victim to search their residence, and they found Bo Ring hiding in the attic. He was arrested and transported to the Penobscot County Jail. He was booked on multiple charges, including domestic violence assault. The National Park Service is investigating vandalism in Acadia National Park. They're looking for the person who sprayed red paint along several trails. The graffiti consisted of red blazes sprayed on trees, rocks, and rock formations. They were sprayed on Springs, South Ridge, Penobscot East, and Deer Brook trails. Park officials say the paint could confuse visitors who should be following blue blazes, which are maintained by the National Park Service. The staff is now working to remove the paint. People who have information about these crimes are encouraged to submit an anonymous tip or call 207-288-8791. Emergency crews were called to the scene of a car crash in front of Brewer High School just after 1 Monday afternoon. Brewer police say a car driven by Robert Cameron pulled out of the high school parking lot, hitting an oncoming car. The driver of the oncoming car was transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Cameron was treated at the scene. Investigators at the scene say Cameron will be cited for pulling out into traffic. Bangor's City Council has approved the new tenants' rights ordinance. It's designed to protect renters from unfair fees and practices while helping to keep more people in their homes. Landlords will still be allowed to raise rent, but they'll have to give tenants 60 days notice. The measure also limits fees landlords can charge tenants for background checks and credit reports. That $75 fee can only be charged to people who actually become tenants and must be paid with the first month's rent. According to Penobscot County Community Health Care, a pre-audit showed a nearly $4 million financial deficit accrued in 2022. That follows a financial gain in 2021 of $200,000. The healthcare company says that it's due in large part to regular patient visits being down. Pre-pandemic, PCHC had about 65,000 regular patients per year. Currently, that number is at about 60,000. The company says it's continuing to look at all areas of their business and working to ensure they are focused on and able to meet their mission for the long term. The Searsport wastewater facility has been awarded more than $2 million for upgrades. The announcement came from the Senators Collins, King, and Representative Golden on Monday. The funds come from the USDA's Rural Development Program and will be used to change Searsport's treatment facility from a primary treatment facility to a secondary facility with treatment for disinfection. The investment will also be used to upgrade all 8 of the town's pump stations. The wastewater treatment upgrades are required to meet the conditions of the Maine Department of Environmental Protection's draft discharge permit. An update now on the Hamden Municipal Review Committee. The executive director says they are considering bids. Michael Carroll says a solicitation letter was sent out looking for new investors of the Hamden Waste Facility. Back in January, Revere Capital Advisors was not able to complete the closure and also did not have the next financial investment for the MRC to remain on track to reopen the trash plant. So after sending out a round of about a dozen letters to potential investors, Carroll says the MRC received more than half of them back. It is expected that the board will be able to vet the candidates and have some more concrete news by the week of March 6. We know many towns are hopeful to have this resolved so the trash processing plant can reopen. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, bison were on the loose in Fort Fairfield yesterday. We've got the details when we return.
At Living Innovations, we build community. You can be a part of it. We put supporting people first, and that builds a caring community within our workforce and for the people we serve. Living Innovations supports people with disabilities and has flexible work opportunities available. You could become a shared living provider and work from home, or help support people to be active in the community. To learn more, visit livinginnovations.com and check out our employment and home provider opportunities. Become a part of Living Innovations and be part of a community with a purpose.
If you think about it, hash browns are the French fries of breakfast.
Who says it's not French fries that are the hash browns of lunch and dinner?
That's also true.
There's a deal for every friendly discussion at McDonald's. Like now, get sausage McGriddles, hash browns, or a sausage McMuffin. Pick any two for $3.
Comfort Shoes and More will make winter easier. Next Grip men's and ladies' boots feature cutting-edge technology to make walkways a breeze. Corkers are made with interchangeable soles to conquer the roughest winter conditions. Navitec with the flip it and clip it spikes make you confident no matter what the conditions are. Bruce McDonald's trained podorthist will make sure the fit is perfect for you. See why thousands of people have trusted Comfort Shoes and More for all of their footwear. Take the drive today to Comfort Shoes and More in Newport.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
Honey, where's the countertop?
I sent it out to the granite shop this morning to be replaced.
Wow. The quickest turnaround in the business. The Granite Shop in Sedgwick.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
The Scottsbluff County Emergency Management Agency recently received some new life-saving tools. The county applied for Homeland Security grants that allowed them to purchase 18 automated external defibrillators, or AEDs. The portable life-saving devices provide aid to those experiencing cardiac arrest events. According to the emergency management director, having these events spread out throughout the county will make response times a lot faster.
You never know who's going to be closest. It could be a deputy, it might be a fire engine, or it could be in Monson. They're actually putting them up very close to doors which have keypad entries, and a lot of the town staff have those keypad numbers.
The cost of the devices totaled nearly $15,000. All of the money came from the Department of Homeland Security. The units will be in place in the next few weeks. A local preservation committee in Patton is seeing an increase in support to keep its local Baptist church building and make it a landmark. Our Matthew Duronsik has the story.
In wake of Patton's Select Board voting to demolish the Baptist church, the Save the Church Preservation Committee is seeing an uptick in support in its fight to preserve the building.
I'm receiving lots of communication from people from different states, cheering us on and explaining how some of those things have happened to them and not to give up, but keep trying.
The church was built in 1845, 3 years after the town of Patton was found. The Select Board announced in September that they were going to flatten the church and replace it with a small park designated as a Veterans Memorial.
I've had several calls of people inquiring about our next meeting. It really is as if people are coming out of the woodwork.
Patton Select Board Chairman Cody Brackett says he's noticed the increase in support the group's been receiving, but has yet to see a good plan.
We're going to move forward with that. I've talked to the other board members, and unless we get some kind of major updates to show otherwise that a party has a viable plan to bring this building around and give it a really good use, they would have to do a real comprehensive plan, and present it.
Brackett says if the group can provide a way to address the problems with the church building, he'll consider their plan and see if he can work with them. As the conversation continues, Maine Historic Preservation Coordinator Michael Goebelbane says there are ways the Preservation Committee can strengthen its case to preserve the church.
Once they get it listed, one option they have is there are some grants out there that help with the preservation of these buildings.
In Patton, Matthew Duronsik reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The Levant Corner Store is now under new ownership. After 13 years of running the convenience store, Jamie and Jason Clark of Bangor announced they have sold the Levant Corner Store to new owners. In a social media post, Jamie Clark shared that it was time to focus on new endeavors.
COVID has kind of made everybody step back and think about what's really, really important. And When we started this 13 years ago, we had a 4-year-old and a newborn. And now our 4-year-old is driving and our newborn is going to middle school. And we want to soak up every minute that we can.
The Clarks say they wish the new owners all the best with the store. Take a look at this video from Fort Fairfield. Mandy DeWitt posted this video that she took at around 8 a.m. this Monday morning. She was riding down Fort Fairfield Road when she saw a group of bison escorting a school bus down the road. It isn't the first time that it's happened up there, but it's always a sight when it does. Local police say they were trying to contact the owner without any luck. At last report, officials were able to capture 2 of the bison escapees, but one was still on the loose. They're urging people to stay away from the animal if they do see it. And doctors are using a different kind of tool to help battle the opioid epidemic. We'll tell you about it after the break.
If you're a Medicare beneficiary and live in the area, call now to see how this little card could get you some big benefits, including up to $840 added back to your Social Security check each year. With one toll-free call, you can find out how easy it is to get all of your original Medicare coverage, plus extra benefits. You get an all-in-one plan designed to fit your needs so you can be your best every day. You could have medical coverage, prescription drugs with $0 generics, dental, vision and hearing, plus the WellCare Visa Flex Card to pay for extra dental, vision, and hearing expenses, money for over-the-counter items, and up to $840 back in your Social Security check each year. And so much more. And here's more good news. You can get a WellCare plan for a $0 monthly premium. How can WellCare offer all of those benefits for a $0 monthly premium? It's simple. Medicare Advantage and Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage are important parts of Medicare. WellCare has a contract with Medicare to offer and provide these important options to you. Call right now to get your free copy of the WellCare All-in-One Guide. Call 1-877-282-3827 now. There is absolutely no obligation for requesting this free information. WellCare offers benefits that go beyond the basics, including up to $840 each year added to your Social Security check to help cover your Part B premium. Call today to get your free copy of the All-in-One Guide with absolutely no obligation. Your free plan guide will provide information to make a smart choice for your Medicare coverage. Just call 1-877-282-3827. Remember, there's no obligation for requesting this free information, so call 1-877-282-3827. Call today. WellCare. Medicare done well.
Come see us at R&K Variety in Hamden. R&K Variety is more than just a convenience store. With delicious homemade food made fresh daily, we offer hearty meals that don't break the bank. Whether it be our delicious chicken pot pie, our famous lasagna, or one of our savory soups, you can't go wrong at R&K Variety. Looking for a drink after work? R&K Variety is an agency liquor store with an impressive selection. R&K Variety, more than just a convenience store. We're your neighbor, chef, barista, and friend. Stop by today.
Only minor injuries from an 18-car pileup in New York State. It happened Monday morning on Route 9 south at Storm King Mountain, about 60 miles north of New York City. One person was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. The roads were icy, but there's no official word on what caused the crash. Police are still investigating. Drone footage newly released by the Ukrainian military purports to show Russian tanks and other armored fighting vehicles being blown up by mines or stopped in their tracks by Ukrainian strikes as they try to approach the city of Volodar. In one section of the video, a Russian tank makes its way along a road. There's an explosion, and then a soldier appears to emerge from the tank before jumping off and running away. Another sequence appears to show a number of vehicles stopped in their tracks at a crossroads on the blasted, cratered terrain. Following one explosion, which the Ukrainian military says is a vehicle being destroyed by Ukrainian artillery, an approaching tank turns around and drives away. Battlefields around Volodar and around Donetsk region are bearing witness to the precious equipment and manpower that Russia is expending with little territorial gain for now. Vice President Kamala Harris and the Biden administration will help bring high-speed, affordable internet to every community. The vice president visited South Carolina Monday, where she delivered those remarks at Benedict College in Columbia. Harris outlined the administration's efforts to help get families pay for high-speed access as part of the Affordable Connectivity Program. The program can help eligible households get $30 off each month on those internet bills. It gives discounts to certain families for the purchase of laptops or tablets.
The internet is an essential part of everyday modern life. And yet, more than 24 million American households still do not have internet access, including 137,000 families right here in South Carolina, either because they cannot afford the cost of high-speed internet or because they live in a community, often a rural community, where high-speed internet is just not available.
The Affordable Connectivity Program is part of the President Biden's bipartisan infrastructure law. Battling the opioid epidemic is a big challenge for doctors, but telemedicine is a good tool at their disposal. With more, here's ABC's M. Nguyen.
Since the COVID-19 pandemic, there has been a surge in the use of telemedicine to see a physician. It's convenient, saves time, and can be done from home. Experts think the flexibility makes it a good way to reach people struggling with an opioid use disorder. Researchers at Harvard tracked 12,000 patients treated for opioid use disorder to see how telemedicine stood up against in-person office visits. What they found was the level of care and results were the same when comparing telemedicine to in-person visits. It's a comparable alternative for patients and doctors treating opioid use disorder. With this Medical Minute, I'm M. Nguyen, ABC News.
When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
My secret to beating sniff chicks? Secret dry spray. Just spray and stay fresh all day.
My turn.
Secret actually fights odor, and it's aluminum free. Hours later, still fresh. Secret works.
When cold symptoms keep you up, try Vicks NyQuil Severe. Just one dose starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to 9. For max strength nighttime relief, NyQuil Severe. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, sore throat, best sleep with a cold medicine.
Before and bath fitter. Before and bath fitter. If you have a before bath, now's the time to call Bath Fitter to get a beautiful after. With our unique tub-over-tub process, there's no mess or stress. Spend smart on a beautiful new bath done right, backed by a lifetime warranty. Join over 2 million happy customers who know it just fits. Bath Fitter. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Hi folks, this is Barry Gass of Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono. We've been in business since 1911. And our third-generation family-owned business can't wait to show you our unique line of Western wear and Western tack. We have Western boots, shirts, hats, belts, and buckles for the entire family. And Western tack from bridles to saddles and everything in between for your horse.
Gas Horse Supply and Western Wear, where the American West comes alive in Maine.
I'm Phil Levesque, President of Levesque Business Solutions. We're a family-owned Maine business since 1963. We're your one-stop shop for great office products at affordable rates. From copiers to office furniture to PPE, we've got it all warehoused right here in Bangor. We're your local small Maine business with a dedicated staff providing honest and friendly customer service, top-of-the-line tech support, and the option of in-house leasing. Let us help you get back to business.
A woman from Bass Harbor is turning trash into one-of-a-kind treasures. The artist uses discarded items to create beautiful landscape paintings. As Jody Hersey tells us, this environmentalist believes she has found her calling.
I like to see this as like its second life or something, to repurpose, forgotten objects that are seen as kind of ugly, or definitely an eyesore and, contributing to pollution.
Mariah Reading is an eco-artist. She credits her artistic family with her love of painting. Her dad is an architect, her brother a muralist, and she herself is a landscape artist.
Me and my brother grew up going to Windover Art Camp in Newburgh, Maine, which, looking back now, really connected me with art and the outdoors.
What most people see as trash, Reading sees as an opportunity.
Paint one side of the object and leave the reverse unpainted because I want the object to remain present, and I want people hopefully to recognize themselves within these trashed items.
Reading says there truly isn't anything that she can't use as a canvas.
You know, half cracked off buoys, all the way to, I'm painting on the inside of a car door right now, a bike seat, a saw blade back there. So I never really know what I'm going to come across, and I think that's part of the interest.
When she's not painting, Reading works as a seasonal environmental interpreter or park ranger, where she finds an unlimited amount of inspiration.
So I move from national park to national park each summer. I, for one, am nowhere near being zero waste, so I like to think of my paintings as little reminders, little, hopefully nudges to, make small changes in your life to be more sustainable.
In Bass Harbor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Now let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs. Devin?
Alrighty, here we go. So we do have winter weather advisories posted until 9 a.m. Wednesday here, and winter storm warnings up further off towards the south and west for accumulating snow that will be moving in. We're going to be watching for some more issues as well, as we're watching some small cloud advisories and gale warnings as well. So I'm going to pull those up for you right now, and they're located right about in here. That's the small cloud advisory there. Then right on the outside edge, you might be able to see the shade color difference there. That's gale warnings, and the gale warnings running till about 9 p.m. later on tonight. The small cloud advisory, at least through parts of tomorrow. So here we are. So we're seeing things increasing now. Look at this, 6 to 9 foot wave heights being noted now according to some of the buoys, even 13 feet further down to the south and west, as we're going to be watching for winds that'll be gusty and snow moving in as well. We're seeing it moving pretty much right about now. It will overspread the state pretty much for the rest of the daytime period. As we're watching this wave of energy, this area low pressure right here, tracking from the west going toward the east. So as that happens, the snow will continue. We're going to be melting a lot of the snow coming up for tomorrow as temperatures make it into the 40s. So futurecast moving forward, though, going to be watching out for snow moving in throughout the daytime period, kind of slowly tracking off towards the east once it kind of hits that Bangor line. But once we head towards Wednesday morning, look what happens here. We're going to be watching for clouds that'll be getting out of here as well, along with the snow. So sunshine will be coming out by about 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning. And they'll be watching for more clouds again with another system that'll be approaching as we head towards Wednesday night into Thursday. This one, rain and snow possible with a warmer temperature profile taking place. So that's where the accumulations coming out with this system. Now again, around 4 to 6 inches possible. This kind of trending it down just a bit. So maybe 2 to 4, maybe up to 5 or even 6 inches before we're all finished up. So for now, we're going 4 to 6 inches of snow. The higher totals further off towards the south and west. And the general idea is with this trending down, this is because we've had snow already. So this is on top of what we're already seeing. So an additional 3 to 4 inches before we're all finished up, and lesser amounts further off towards the east. So that is why those numbers have since gone down. But we're going to be watching for that next system moving in as well. Rain and snow chances possible, with temperatures making it into the 40s as we head towards your Thursday as well. We'll get this system out of here. Then a more significant system on the way as we head towards your Saturday. This one could bring some decent snowfall with it, some significant snowfall. We'll need to make sure to keep an eye on that as it does develop. So your forecast for today, upper 20s, snow likely, about 1 to 3 inches today, east wind at about 25 miles per hour. By tonight, 23 degrees, snow likely, another 1 to 3 inches, east wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, 40 degrees, morning snow showers, the mostly cloudy in a few spots, but the clouds look to break up to reveal a little bit of sunshine as well. Northwest wind at about 5 miles per hour. Here's a look at your extended forecast. Rain and snow chances Thursday with highs in the lower 40s again, so we'll be melting some snow and ice. We'll be partly cloudy Friday, highs in the low 30s, upper 20s Saturday with a chance for snow yet again.
Thank you, Devin. Rain, snow, temperatures in the 40s. We've got something for everybody. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.
to make a lot of money.
You sublet your apartment to Mr. Lippman for how much rent? $1,000.
A little dishonesty.
And you know that that's illegal to do Correct. that. Why did you do something that was illegal?
And evicting him didn't help.
You didn't go quietly, so she filed a restraining order against you.
Yes, Your Honor.
That was the only reason the police